VTubers. Over the past few years, they have taken the internet by storm. But what are they? They are models that essentially act as puppets, using a camera to track the user's face and body to mirror them as best as possible. Getting a custom VTuber can cost a lot of money. You have to pay for the artist to design it, create it, and then rig it too. I really wanted one, but I didn't have the budget that I wanted to invest in one. But then I remembered something. I'm an artist. I can design my own. In this video, I'll be walking you through the process that I took to design my own VTuber with my Twitch chat, having zero experience ever doing so. How hard can it be? I did this whole process on stream, which was really fun. Having my chats bounce off of for ideas really helped my creative flow, but also made my community feel involved and get attached to the character that I wanted to create. Typically, VTubers are not identical to the person who uses them. I mean, you can make it look however you want. Why would you want to make it look like yourself? So me and my chat created an elf cyborg. You heard that right. We decided to combine two of my favorite things, fantasy and cool looking mechas. This character is still unnamed for the time being, but these are the concepts that we came up with. With VTubers, you can choose between a full body, a half body, or shoulders up. I decided for time's sake that I was going to go with a half body. In future, I can always add the rest of the body on, and I was eager to get this done so I could use it. I spent a lot of time on the sketch wanting to make sure everything was perfect. At this point, a few artists who had made VTubers had found my streams, and were popping in and out giving me advice. Being honest, these streams were the most fun I've ever had on Twitch. It felt like all of us coming together to do a project, artists coming together and helping each other out. I've been shifting from primarily gaming content to art content on Twitch, a move I've been scared to do for a while now. Thankfully, it's been going great for me, and I plan to do a lot more of these type of projects in the future. Back to the art though. Once the sketch was complete, I could move on to the stage I was most scared about. The line art. This actually took the longest, and not because of how detailed the piece was. VTubers have a lot of moving parts. From the upper eyelid to each shoulder to the zipper on the jacket, each thing is its own individual piece of the puzzle. Someone in my chat told me to think of it as a paper puppet, which helped me visualize it a lot better. I was also taught by my chat how to use the symmetry tool in Clip Studio Paint. I'm still learning bit by bit how to utilize all the tools of digital art, and I'm glad my community can help me along with that. Using that tool, I was able to split the time it would have taken me in half. According to some VTuber artists that were popping in and out, symmetry makes the rigging process 10 times easier. The more I worked on it though, the more strange it looked. Seeing all the lines piling up on one another got confusing, but I continued, imagining each part to be a piece of paper that would layer over each other to make a finished piece. Does that make sense? It's an image I kinda latched onto. Finished line art looked incredibly cursed. It motivated me though to make it look good in the next step. Finally, I get to lay down the colors. We decided on a really pretty teal for the jacket, accompanied by a red and reddish pink color for the hair. I'm really happy with the colors that we landed on for this. As I popped each color into place, it felt like it was coming together. I was starting to see her in front of my eyes, despite her already being there for countless hours. When I'd finally gotten to this point, we had been working on it for about 6 streams or so. I was excited to get to the rendering stage, so the flat colors did not take me too long to fly through. Now let's get to the next part. So I lied before. This stage is actually what took me the longest to do. I originally went into it with the mindset of doing a simple cell shading style. I did in fact not do that. I completely forgot about all the metal accents that I had added onto the character. I would have shaded it simply, but it didn't look right. Instead, I rendered the metal as detailed as I could without making it look overdone. It took a while and a lot of references to learn how to render it correctly. But once I got to that point, I was so happy. It looked so cool and was so fun to work on. And now I know how to draw metal, which is great. The rest of the shading is honestly simple, just some cell shading here and there. It took a bit to do each piece individually though. Usually when I cell shade a piece, it's really quick. But this one though, I had to go into each individual layer. Adding shine and the final details are my favorite parts of the process. Maybe it's because I'm close to the end and can see my creation coming together. It's also the quickest part of the process since I already have imagined where the lighting is. I added some hearts here and there in the design, both in the shading and the shine. One of my favorite details I added was the heart shine on the nose. The hair was one thing I really struggled with though. I had to relayer a lot of things and it was near the end where I realized it. I wanted it to feel puffy and have life to it. It took me a bit to figure out how to fix it, and I think I ended up finishing and adjusting the hair specifically off stream because it was stressing me out. I colored the line art in each section as I normally do to soften the piece. And after adding the final details, it was done. And here she is! Woo! Slow pan scroll, look at all those little details, wow! I like her a lot. I learned a major thing from this piece and it was patience. I thought I had it before, but oh my god. Individually layering each thing, organizing it into folders, labeling it and more, I felt like my brain was going to explode. I'm never this focused on organizing my layers. I send all of my love to any artists who design VTubers. You are amazing, and I wish I had it in me to do this on a regular basis. Regardless, I am really proud of the VTuber that I made. Is she rigged yet? No. I have no clue how to rig her, but I plan to learn. I will give her a proper debut one day. Until then, she is just a Sona with way too many layers. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any good tips on how to rig VTubers, please let me know below. I wanted to be using her sooner rather than later, but it's taking me a bit to mentally prepare to start that whole journey on stream, so go follow my Twitch if you want to catch those streams live. Also, if you want to see this whole process not sped up and like the whole journey of making this VTuber, go to my VODs channel. All of it is documented over there. Patreons as well. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care of yourselves.